Indianapolis will be jumping this weekend for the 2026 NFL Draft Scouting Combine. Get in on the action with our picks and predictions for the 40-yard dash betting odds coming your way next, right here on the IBT Podcast.
I've been going dummy, out of bounds, putting on a clinic. Stick around, carrots in my hardware. KC, caught him in the crosshair. Look at me, been the guy calling Mr. MVP. Keep your ass on the bench by my MPC. Earn my stripes like I fix this league. Your dog's on the turf, my dog's in the street. You can find me somewhere in between. Never a dull moment like a movie scene. About to do the ops like I did this beat. Let them keep talking RG3. Coming to you live. This is the In Between Fantasy Football Podcast.
All right, and welcome into the In Between Fantasy Football Podcast, your place for both a refreshing and feel-good take on fantasy football and NFL gambling. The NFL Combine is upon us, which means it's time to fire on some of our best bets for the 40-yard dash betting markets. I'm your host, Seth Woolcock, flying solo today on the program. And while the books have certainly tightened up as compared to past years where this has been one of the best markets to get invested with, there's still going to be some value out there on the board. We just have to be, more conservative, a little more cautious and measured with our approach to betting it this year, because we want to be on those fastest rookies that are going to be putting those wheels on display in Lucas Oil Stadium this Saturday. And I've got 6 total wagers for you. But first, just a few housekeeping notes here at the top. First of all, congrats to the team over at Yahoo Fantasy. They took home the FSWA Best Football Podcast Award. While this particular program did fall short yet again in that category, still very, very much of a blessing to be nominating alongside some of the biggest brands in the space. We really appreciate the FSWA, everything they do over there for that. And also a quick reminder that all the new episodes, they can be found right here on the brand new IBT Podcast YouTube channel. In addition to the IBT main YouTube, we're going to have some bonus content that's only available right here on the sub channel. So if you've been watching the program, if you've been a fan for a while, please come over, support us on this brand new channel. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe both here and over there on the IBT main channel as well. We appreciate that support. And another way you can support us as well is to join the IBT football family. It is our exclusive community where you can get access to chat with ourselves, our analysts, our viewers, entry into our memorabilia giveaways for no cost at all. And if you want to get access to our full betting cards, touchdown call contests, you can also upgrade for $3.99 per month, $36 for the year. A lot of the same bets I talk about here on the show, I put in my betting card. But, hey, something might spring upon on the weekend that, hey, we're getting a boost. We got to get invested with something else. We're going to hedge a different way. That can all be found right there to upgrade. Again, $3.99 per month, $36 for the year. But just come hang out for free. We got so much good stuff happening over in the IBT Racing family right now. We have, of course, the NASCAR betting model over there, the head-to-head contest, weekly betting cards there as well. Some giveaways. Just gave away a SVG autographed diecast last week to finish up Daytona week. So excited about that. The IBT Entertainment family. Right now we have the Survivor 50 League popping off, which really good time chatting with everyone about that over the last few days as well. Some more giveaways. We got our exclusive box office predictions for Rotten Tomato scores and Kalshi over there as well. And the IBT Golf family. We have the PGA One and Done contest, full betting card, full betting model over there for you as well. Again, some of that's going to be paid features. Some of that is for free, but just head over to in-betweenme.com/chat. Link is, of course, in that episode description as well. But folks, let's go ahead and jump right into things. Waste no more time with the NFL Combine best bets in between bets.
Between bets. Between bets.
All right. So NFL combine betting, if you're new to the combine betting or whether you're someone who's been around for a while, I think it's always important just to take a look at the current landscape. So again, odds didn't drop for this until about midday on Wednesday here in Pennsylvania. FanDuel is where all these odds are going to be coming from as well. So kind of just keep that in mind as well. I don't have access to anything on Underdog, Prize Picks, where you can actually just do the over-unders. That would be a lot of fun. That's something I would love to get invested with, and I encourage you to if that is available. And then there's also like the special markets they're going to have out on FanDuel, on DraftKings as well, which is like for someone to break a record in X event or go over under as a whole position group. But I like to just play to win the 40-yard dash by position. I haven't had a ton of great success doing it for the entire combine and doing it for all positions. And this year, I will say, like, I don't know if the books were listening to me on the Fantasy Pros NFL draft show earlier this week with Derek Brown, but they were right in line with me. They were right in line with me. I thought I was going to get some better numbers on some players that I did. So we're going to have to be a little bit unique in our approach this week with our unit allocation. So something to just kind of keep in mind there. But again, this is going to be to win the 40-yard dash by position, all odds coming at FanDuel. And let's jump right into it here with Brenen Thompson. This guy coming out of Mississippi State, minus 135 in the odds. I'm going 2 units down. He is the chalk, but for a really good reason, right, folks? I mean, this is a guy who really carried my CFF team down the stretch after really taking over the slot role in Starkville this past season. Kevin Coleman Jr., of course, he goes to Mizzou. And here out in Starkville, it's Brenen Thompson, who just absolutely explodes this past year, right? Came into this season more of a gadget player, known for being really someone you want to get the ball in his hands, whether that's on returns, whether it's on sweeps, screens, that type of thing, deep shots. That was really how he was used in Texas and Oklahoma, but had a breakout year, over 1,000 yards here in the SEC, a tough SEC with some great cornerbacks. And why in particular he is the favorite for this, because back in high school as a junior, he won the Texas AAA 200-meter state title and then finished second in the 100-meter dash as well. Again, that's a junior. He was an early declare, so didn't even run track his senior year, but that's how fast this guy is. He has been allegedly clocked in at 23.7 miles per hour last offseason. That is flying. 96 speed in college football 2026, third best in the class among wide receivers. Again, if you don't like me using college football 2026, a video game numbers, I totally get it. These people are very, very accurate, though, with their projections. I think they're some of the most accurate out there. So I am going to reference it a few times. If you don't like that stat, just go ahead and throw that away. I totally understand that. So we got to lay the juice here with Brenen Thompson. There's not a ton of money on the board here in receivers, but we're going to hedge ourselves here for about 1.5 units with Barion Brown. And really, it would kind of be best for us almost to hit the Barion Brown rather than honestly hitting on Thompson. Thompson's more like, hey, you kind of have to bet him if you're going to bet this market. But Barion Brown, I should say, out of LSU, he is an absolute weapon when it comes to speed. 5'11", 185 pounds. Don't get it twisted. This isn't someone like Xavier Worthy who has like multi-skill, multi-usefulness. And if he goes out and runs a really fast 40 is going to be a first-round pick. I mean, Barion Brown is going to be lucky to get drafted, right? Because he led the SEC in return touchdowns for 3 straight seasons and has the most all-time in the SEC, 6th most all-time in college football history. Like, this guy is projected to be one of the top returners we've seen enter the league in quite some time. And a lot of that is due to this guy's speed, right? Especially with the NFL's new kickoff role. Barion actually was 247 Sports #1 speedster in college football for 2 straight seasons as well. He allegedly hit 22.6 miles per hour while at Kentucky. So again, a little bit less than Thompson on that top number that we could find clocked, but that was a few seasons ago. And also at the same time, we don't know what the build up is on that. Like, I'm guessing that's not off the line. He's getting that. It's just kind of top GPS speed. So, we're really more caring about the build up. 99 speed in college football 2026 as well. So this guy definitely has some video game like speed. They believe it as well over there at EA. And back-to-back state champion in the 100 and 200 meter dash in high school in the state of Tennessee. So something to kind of keep in mind there. Again, 100 meter, 200 meter dash. the high school state champion, just like our friend Brenen Thompson up there, but in the state of Tennessee, a little less competitive, I'm going to guess, from a track and field standpoint. Still very, very good. In fact, his 10.479-second 100-meter time is actually the third fastest in TSSAA state meet performance history since 1985. So Barion Brown can absolutely cook. He's someone I'm down for a unit and a half. That would be at plus 350, a really nice bet to cash. Again, we're hedging ourselves a little bit, so we're taking out some of our profit. Like, if you don't want to bet Brenen Thompson and you're just like, hey, give me a guy or two to go in on, Barion Brown at plus 350, very, very, very much interesting. Another guy I'm not going to have on the betting card, but I just want to shout him out, Zachariah Branch. I think he's also someone who could be in mix for this. Seeing him right around plus 550, but again, if I'm taking Thompson, I'm taking Barion Brown at kind of those short numbers. I can't really afford to get invested with a Zachariah Branch at plus 550, but someone out of Georgia who's got a lot of speed. Where I can't afford to get invested, though, is just a long shot play, 0.3 of a unit here on Deion Burks out of OU. Yes, Oklahoma boy at 45-1 right now. And this is just a crazy number for a guy who's really, really quick. We hit a 45-1, or maybe it was 42-1 last year on Matthew Golden. But whenever you see a guy this quick, down this far in the odds, he's worth an absolute sprinkle. Like, this would honestly be the best one to come home through us here at 0.3 of a unit. We would return a lot, even with hedging ourselves here on Brown and Thompson. But also a sprinter in high school, not nearly as decorated as the top two gentlemen here in these odds, but was a big play waiting to happen at Purdue, then goes to Oklahoma. And it seemed like, if you guys watch any Sooners football, it seemed like when John Mateer was with his back against the wall, I can remember the LSU game in particular. I can remember the South Carolina game where things are stalling out for them a little bit. They need some offense. Deion Burks takes the top off the defense just considerably quite a bit here, folks. So I love Deion Burks. We've seen the top GPS speed for him, 22.3 miles per hour. So again, a little bit lower than those first two, but 93 speed in college football 2025. No one thought Matthew Golden was going to come out and have the 40 time he did. I think Deion Burks is kind of in that same echelon, that same tier of speed as Golden was a year ago. So at 45-1, I'll absolutely take a shot at 0.3 of a unit. Now on to the running back market, folks, where this is where it gets dicey, right? Because I was here on the Fantasy Pros NFL Draft Show on Monday. My colleague Debro over there, he's like, hey, I'm going to go on Damon Claiborne here. I was expecting him to kind of be the heavy favorite. He is, but he's also the co-favorite, which kind of sucks when we get to the next player. But plus 115 here at FanDuel on Claiborne. It's just a unit and a half play for me. Again, I think it's one of these top two guys that does it, but we kind of have to albatross this a little bit, right? So we're going to play Claiborne here at a unit and a half, 5'10", 195. Very patient runner. Isn't afraid to kind of sit back, and then when he finds that hole, he really just explodes a bit. We saw him. I was on Virginia earlier this season. One of the games I watched Wake the closest, and he was deafening, man. Like he really, when he finds that hole, he has some explosiveness, man. And he's been on record of hitting 22.3 miles per hour with a 10-yard split of 0.09 seconds. That is with a 25-yard buildup, I will say as well. And then also 96 speed in college football 2026, by far the fastest running back in this particular draft class as well in that video game. So Claiborne, he's someone I want to get invested with, but it's hard because we also have Desmond Reid out of Pitt here at plus 115 as well at FanDuel. And I thought Reid, we were honestly going to find closer to a 16, like maybe, 5-1, like somewhere, but anywhere. I thought we'd find him from a 5-1 to 16-1. I don't know if the books were watching that show earlier this week and took my word for it. But they're very high on Desmond Reid. I was not expecting him to come here just because this guy does have a track background, regional qualifier in both the 100 and 200 meter dash in the competitive state of Florida, but it's not like he's a state champ, right? It's not like he's a state champ. It's not like he's been on record to have the same type of speed like someone like Claiborne, right? However, I think you still got to play him too. It's a unit play on me. So like we're basically kind of hedging ourselves here, right? Like we need Claiborne to kind of win. But Desmond Reid also getting that plus money value. If you want to take him up to unit and a half and go a unit and a half on this too, and then just like take the plus 115 that extra 15-cent profit, that's kind of what we're doing here, right? 5'8", 175 pounder, started his collegiate career in Western Carolina, ends up transferring here to Pitt a couple seasons ago. And when he came on the scene in 2024, folks, I mean, this guy was electric, great with the ball in his hands. Return skills are top notch. I think personally, he's probably the best running back pass catcher in this class. I know we have some really good one. Nicholas Singleton, not a bad pass catcher. I mean, not a great route runner, but when he gets the balls in his hands, he can go. He would have been a favorite in this as well if he didn't end up breaking his foot there down in Mobile at the Senior Bowl a couple weeks ago. So that's a bummer. But Reid, one of the best pass catchers in this class, I'd say it's really him and Emmett Johnson, Singleton, who are kind of taking that role for me. 52 receptions, 579 yards as a junior at Pitt. Came back this past season. He was banged up, really didn't get the run we were hoping he would. I know he was a really high pick in a lot of CFF drafts, going somewhere in the top 5, top 6 of a lot of drafts that weren't, and some that even were super flex and 2 quarterbacks. So Reid is a guy, I think he's going to have a ton of speed here. 93 speed in college football 2026, third best among this running back draft class. So I think he's worth a look. Again, we're kind of just like, we don't have, if you want to hedge yourself with a long shot here, you're kind of taking your profit out if you go with both Reid and Claiborne. Usually at this low of odds, I think you have to pick either one. However, I just can't do it because both these guys are my 2 favorite in this class. So we're going to just try to take a little plus 115 profit here on that. And then I'll round it out here, folks. I got D'Angelo Pons actually out of Indiana, defensive back, plus 220. Maybe my favorite bet on the card, actually, just 0.6 of a unit, though, from me, because DBs, we can sometimes see these guys come out of nowhere, some lesser known players who can really put up. And Pons is definitely a higher profile of a player coming out of IU. Kurt Signetti, the national championship team, Indiana Hoosiers. However, I still think plus 220. I think he should be the favorite. I really do. I think it's a little bit long of a number on him. 5'9", 170, and so severely undersized that I think it's going to stop a lot of teams from taking him in the first round. However, I think if he can go out and crush this 40, he absolutely can be in the first round. You'll see my Fantasy Pros NFL mock draft out there next week, and you can see where I have Pons going, creeping potentially in that first round. But All-American this past season, first team All Big Ten, the past 2 years at cornerback for the Hoosiers, and really known for those big plays, right? I mean, how many times do we see it when IU needed to play this year? This guy would take a pick 6 back early in the game and just put him up, and then all of a sudden, Fernando Mendoza, Omar Cooper Jr., Elijah Surratt, Roman Hemby, Kalen Black, and the boys are just cooking on offense, and no one can catch him. Like, that was kind of the recipe for him. Pons, a guy who actually, originally committed to JMU, makes his way out there to Bloomington. And prior to that, guys, as well, like, won the Florida State titles in the 100 and 200 meter dash during his senior year, 10.47 times. So not an early commit. But you got to love that. Like, that's not too far removed from us. Like, Thompson, the thing about him is that it is kind of a little bit far removed, right? Going back to his junior, but senior year, not that far removed. And also, like, it's competitive state down there in Florida, too. This is where some of the best athletes in the country are coming out of. Again, I'm not a track specialist, but just as far as pure athletes that you're seeing come out in football, basketball, MLB, kind of across the board. Florida's a great state for it, folks. 94 speed in college football 2026 as well. So Pons is so motivated that I think he's going to go out here and absolutely crush. He's the type of guy who's, I guarantee, since the season's been over, he has been in the lab, celebrate with the team and the boys and the family after that natty run. But I think since then, this guy's just been crushing it in the gym, and I think he's been working on his release. So D'Angelo Pons there, 0.6 of a unit to round it out. So again, we'll do a quick recap of the picks here. Brenen Thompson, we're going with at minus 135 for the fastest wide receiver. Also going to be sprinkling there on Barion Brown for a unit and a half as well. Thompson at 2 units. Burks, 0.3 of a unit is where we're going for him at 45 to 1. For the fastest wide receiver, Claiborne, fastest running back, plus 115 as well. Desmond Reid in that market, plus 115. Man, I was really hoping to get some longer odds on him. Again, if you're out there and you have the availability to bet on somewhere like Underdog or pick them, as they want to call them, on Underdog or over there on Prize Picks as well. Take the under on whatever they're offering for him, because I'm sure it's going to be too high of a number. And then D'Angelo Pons there as well, plus 220. Only DB I have in that market. So, folks, there you have it. That is my NFL Combine betting card. Sorry, no Steve or Eric today. I just thought, I wanted to kind of get in here early in the morning, get these lines out to you as quickly as we can. So they'll be back next week. I think we're probably going to do some like NFL offseason predictions using the Kalshian prediction markets over there. So really looking forward to that. But as far as this episode, that is going to do it for us on the In Between Fantasy Football podcast. Thank you so much for riding alongside with us. If you enjoyed this type of content, do us a quick favor and please just give this video a a thumbs up. We'd really, really appreciate that. Help us get in the algorithm. Let me know down in the comments below, too, your favorite NFL Combine bets. Are you tailing me at all? Are you fading me? I wouldn't blame you either way. We want to hear from you. Also, please subscribe to that IBT Podcast YouTube channel and the OG YouTube channel as well. Plus the audio feed. If you're not a watcher and you're just a listener, I don't want to see my ugly face. I totally get that. Kyle does a great job cutting up these every single week as well on audio. So we want to support him. Please rate and review us over there. Over here at In Between Media as a whole, still the same great fantasy football, NFL betting coverage, college football betting, NASCAR betting season, just absolutely heating up right now. First road course of the season this weekend. I know Ellie and Chris are going to do a great job with that main podcast. We'll also have a bonus pod Ellie and I will do for that, getting you ready for St. Pete IndyCar and then NASCAR trucks down there. Entertainment betting, trash. Steve Lawson, Jake Perry doing a great job over there as well to help you cash in on the entertainment scene. So lots of fun stuff helping you to cash more and to enjoy the ride along the way, right? Because that's why we do this, folks, is yes, we want to make money, we want to cash, but it's also to get a little more enjoyment out of what we're watching too, right? Have that sweat and also build community. And speaking of community, we have one of the best ones over there. You can join now for free, in-betweenmedia.com/chat. That gets you involved with the IBT football family, racing family, entertainment family, and the golf family. If you're only into football, no worries. You can mute the other channels, pick what you want over there, but we really appreciate your support here over there, as well as in-betweenmedia.com for some dope written content, events live now as well. We have the IBT Classic teeing off this summer at the Fantasy Football Expo, as well as Draft Night Out. That's our 200 plus fantasy football draft party. So lots of good things happening there. We'll have more on the events in the coming weeks to share with you guys, some special promotions and such like that. But for now, I am your host, Seth Wilcock. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep it in between until next time. We'll see y'all later.